rolling.
So I want to ask you this. I wanted to ask you what do you think? You know what? You know when in, like when you're like when you're open. How do you open your mind and receive information? What do you is there something you do? I mean, is there supposing somebody out there was thinking about like I would like to receive information of the highest caliber. It's really something really good. Is there a way I can do that? Like I've heard techniques, but like I just was wondering about what you do. You must do something.
Well, sure. First, because I didn't know any better, I learned how to try to focus, kind of like a point inside of myself, and I was what you would call the taking in part of it. Then once I got to that, I realized, man, I'm just a little wee twit. I am hardly anything. I'm just a speck of sand. Perhaps I should try going out. Instead of having one point of focus that's in, have all points of focus that are out. And take it all in and interact both directions with it all.
You mean this, the point and the all, the both, a combination kind of thing?
It's kind of almost like breathing in and out.
That makes really a lot of sense. I can go for that. That's really beautiful. So then like, do you sit in a comfortable chair or something? Does it matter what you're doing? You stand or?
I like to stand and move about and dance.
Not kidding. Wow, that's good. I've heard of stuff just like that. I've heard there's classical, things that do just that. You're sort of like homeschooled. That's what you're saying, huh?
Something like that. Homer school.
Self-taught. Yeah, Homer school. Well, he was interesting. But anyway, okay, so I mean, what the thing is what Whispering Electrode and Reverend Leroy Montano are talking about is like like improving our if we can't really improve everything, then we got to try to improve everything. But if we can't improve everything, then to improve our own way of looking at things, so that we're not reactionary, so things don't really make us angry. If something happens and wow, or if something happens and you get so wow, this is so wonderful. Both of them are very extreme and take you away from a place where you're sort of functional. At any rate, and so Whispering Electrode was saying that he had discovered this on his own. I sort of came to that in my own way too. I didn't have any information. I was sort of inventing, techniques, and some people might call it rituals, but it was just sort of techniques, like posturing. I would sit down and that was a long time ago. But anyway, so it's possible to do it. If we're both doing it, and everybody should try it, because it's a worthwhile thing. It's probably the most worthwhile. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you that, but look, we got to keep on trying to improve situations with everybody, but also to make all those efforts, to do that.